Before the video starts, I'd like to talk about today's sponsor, Apple Black. Apple Black is a comic made by the brilliant people over at Saturday AM who have a variety of comics to read, but for now, I'm here to talk about Apple Black. Apple Black is a story about Sano, the Chosen One, or as he's called in the webtoon, the Trinity, and his absolute desire to forgive others, not seek revenge. However, this mentality is challenged time and time again, and it's up to Sano to stick to this mindset. He's also been isolated his whole life, meaning he's a bit awkward when it comes to meeting new people, especially around women. Alright, I know he looks pathetic, but if you hadn't seen any woman other than this lady your whole life, you'd probably react the same. I haven't even mentioned there's plenty of action in this, with an interesting magic power system. They're all sorcerers with wands, but not just the stick type of wand. The wands could be virtually anything that's undergone a ritual. And when I say anything, I mean anything. Also, as someone who's read a good 4 volumes before, this webtoon version packs a couple of additions that weren't in the version I read. Additions like a new prologue episode, music to enhance the experience, and even color! I'd mention more, but you gotta read it for yourself. I know it sounds like I'm just saying all this, but I genuinely think this story is something special. It's clear they've put a lot of passion into this. I think you guys should give it a chance. Take it from me. I gave it a chance and now I have a favorite character, Simon. He's a complex character, has some comic relief, and he's a gooner. As of uploading this video, 5 episodes are currently out, so go ahead and read Apple Black free on Webtoon right now! You see the title of the webtoon, don't gotta say much more, let's just... The story starts with this guy, John, excited to go home and play video games. However, his gooner brain takes over and he's mesmerized by this bunny girl. He pictures himself swooning her with this corny freaking line, and then says this instead. She calls him a human scum, and says his brain has been rotted by the airwaves, demanding he joins her cult. As you'd imagine, he walks away thinking it was a mistake, with the bunny girl insisting his brain has been rotted by modern entertainment. Well, she does have a point. If you searched up Tung 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 Sahara 10 years ago, you'd likely would not get much. However, if you searched it up now, well...
Tonight's video, we are going to get the
Wait, what the... That's the end of the episode? Okay, I didn't expect them to be this short, so I guess I'll have to... Yeah, I haven't got much of another choice. Anyways, the next day she's at the same spot, and he tries to avoid her, with her giving chase. She bumps into this random guy who tells her to get out of the city, and... Brother, the fan service is gonna make me lose it. No, not lose it like Gooner lose it as in... John helps her pick up her stuff, but she immediately tries to get him to join their cult. Now, if I were John in this situation, I'd recognize a pattern by this point, that this bunny girl is gonna be here every day and try to avoid that area by any means necessary. So, what does our highly intelligent protagonist do? He walks through there again. Guess it wasn't this head guiding him, must have been the other. She gives him a drink to thank him for his kindness, and she's prepared a seat for him as well, which... Brother, she's clearly deluded. It's best you hightail it out of... Oh, and also the soda is cleansing fluid from her church that she warmed up with her thighs. Yeah, let me just use that clip again. A news broadcast reports on disappearances that have been happening amongst young people lately, with a detective stating it's due to a cult. Seeing this, John wonders if Blondie is someone's daughter gone missing, and he then has a flashback to her thanking him for going to see her every day. With that, he goes back, but this time to ask her if she's okay, and if anyone's forcing her to do any of this. She responds by showing how brainwashed she's become, telling him how the Warren is her family, and how she's been cured. Now John, I get you want to help, but you gotta consider a couple things. They specialize in taking young people, you're young, and this was an actual daydream you had. Alls I'm saying is, don't be surprised if this is you by the end of it. While John sits in class the next day, he stares at his phone with a new screensaver, and we see the backstory to said screensaver. Apparently, somehow, Blondie doesn't know how phones work and is amazed at the mere fact you can have a screensaver, and she then asks for a screensaver of them two. That's kinda odd for her not to know how phones work. I get she's in a cult and everything, but she's young enough to know how these things work. This implies one of two things. First one is when she was taken by the bunny people, they brainwashed her into forgetting everything from the modern world. Or she's never touched a phone in her life because she had the only piece of technology one could need in life. Suddenly, someone in his class comes from behind and claims to recognize Blondie. You better listen to him, John. He's got glasses. People with glasses know everything. Just watch this. Excuse me, sir. How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
How is he so smart? Apparently, Blondie dropped out from high school the year prior, and to get some answers, Smart Boy suggests asking her classmates why she dropped out. They do just that, but apparently they don't even know. It just suddenly happened. However, given that she's wearing a Bunny Girl costume, they start questioning his relationship with her, wondering if they're dating. Don't be shocked they're asking that. You could have just done a little face selfie, but instead decided to include the webtoon's moneymakers into the frame. They then take a look into the class's year photo to see what she looked like, and this is what she looked like. Brother, I'm sorry, but the fact they still made her do the photo despite being that injured is so freaking funny to me. Just imagine out of nowhere, the worst accident of your life suddenly happens to you, and the moment you get out of the hospital, someone's like, "Cheese!" He goes over to Blondie to ask why she stopped going to school, but before that can happen, Duddy comes out of nowhere and takes her away. John looks up her sect online and longs for her, looking at the selfie of them two. Apparently, Duddy even told him to get lost, not even trying to recruit him into the sect. You guys think this implies that the recruits have certain requirements that must be met? Yeah, we're thinking the same thing. He only wants people that are blonde and have blue eyes, meaning he's Hitler! John has a nightmare that he's in a forest, and this bunny man asks if he'll help him rebuild the world, and one answer of confusion was all it took to rage bait the bunny. John is then surrounded by a ton of bunny girls, which confirms my theory on the requirements to join this sect. Anyways, John gets jumped by all the bunny girls, and Duddy walks away with his cutie patootie in his arms before Bunny Man finishes off John. What the hell did I just say? Petrified by the nightmare, John decides he's gonna forget about Blondie, and he actually tries to, as he completely ignores her the next time he passes by. Even when she chases him down, using his actual name, he makes it clear he wants nothing to do with her, and now she's left alone. So the police refuse to investigate, John was scared away, who's gonna save all the bunny girls now?
Never fear, Super Gooner is...
John's sitting in class, oh, hold up, American Stonehenge? Stonehenge, as in the landmark in England? You know what, before I say anything, let me look up American Stonehenge, just to be sure. Huh, there really is an American Stonehenge. Golly. Well, I guess I'll eat my humble pie. I guess it goes to show you never know when you're gonna learn something new. It happened when I expected it least, from a stupid Gooner webtoon. Maybe I should keep on reading. Hopefully it'll teach me how to evade my taxes. Smart Boy then informs John that someone wants to talk to him after class, and that someone appears to be one of Blondie's friends, hoping to know where she is. He tells her where she usually is, then she begs him to help her escape Warren Divine. John tells her she's too far gone now, and she's better off staying away. However, Blondie's friend tells him why she can't do that. Apparently, they were each other's only friends for a couple weeks until she suddenly disappeared. That is some crap luck. Just imagine you were suddenly put into the most magical place you could think of, then just as suddenly you get transported back to reality. Even after hearing the backstory, John still wants no part of it, however chases after Blondie's friend when it looks like she's gonna rush into it guns blazing. Who knows, John? Maybe she's got this handled. Maybe she has a genius plan to take care of this monster. I think that was the most censoring I'd had to do for a video as of yet. It's not any nudity or whatever, but I'm not taking a chance. What do I say about the webtoon? I'm really trying to think of something positive here. The art is... it's cute, I guess. And now that we got that out of the way, we can go on to the negatives. Concept of the story is decent on paper. Multiple women get brainwashed by a cult, a guy meets one of them, and with the help of her friend, goes to save her. This concept in practice, golly, this thing was a mess. Its pacing was too fast. They just speed run through the whole thing, not bothering to give much context to their plot lines. And there's one massive elephant I haven't addressed, or actually make that two massive elephants, the constant use of fan service. It's just been Blondie for now, but considering I had to censor the other bunny girls in this nightmare scene, I'm sure we'd have seen much more later on. There was literally a panel where they put Blondie's backside into the reflection of a window. In case you haven't noticed, it's only Blondie they drew a reflection of! There was so much fan service here, I forgot the official genre of this webtoon is horror! What am I supposed to be afraid of? Cause unless I have a fear of big kazunga-zangas, the last thing this webtoon has done is scare me! I'll just tell you guys straight up, unless you're a gooner, you're better off not reading this. It's a boring, horribly paced, fan service-filled webtoon. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching this video in its entirety. If you guys like this video, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you guys haven't already, please consider joining the channel membership or Patreon to further support these videos. If you guys have any video suggestions or any other webtoons you'd like me to read, then please leave it in the comments section below. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.